All right, guys. So this is going to be stage number five. Stage number five on practice score. This one's called Around the World. This is our longer stage. Our longest stage is a 25-minute cap. Loadout for this one, you're going to be wearing full kit, pistol. You're going to have one magazine with 9 rounds, one magazine with 3 rounds, and 3 magazines with 10 rounds. On rifle, you're going to have one magazine with 9 rounds and one magazine with 3 rounds. Okay, so you're gonna start down here. Lanes one, two, three, and four. You're gonna start down here. On three, two, one, go. You're going to advance. You're gonna run up to your worms. You're gonna have there'll be 4 worms laid out on the road. You're gonna grab the one corresponding to your lane, right? So we're starting from left to right. One, two, three, four. You're gonna grab your worm, and you're going to head down the path, right? You're gonna come into this bay here. This is, I believe, it's called range two, is what they call it. When you get to range two, you're going to drop your worm in the designated zone, in the designated area. There'll be a square painted on the ground. You're gonna drop it in there. You're gonna ground your rifle, and you're gonna go over wall number one, and then you're gonna go over wall number two, and then you're gonna go through this tube right here. Okay. You go through the tube, both team members go through the tube, you go back to your worm, you pick up your worm, which should be right here. You're going to grab your worm and you're going to carry it to range number 3. So you're going to go to your respective lanes, okay? And in your lane, you're going to drop your worm pointing north and south, okay? So pointing this way. Don't do it like this because you're going to get into your team your competitor's lane, whoever's next to you. All right? So pointing north and south this way, you're going to drop your worm and you're going to complete. I got to double check the worksheet, but I believe it was 6 repetitions. I said it was 6 repetitions. You're going to shoulder that worm, both of you guys synchronized. Shoulder the worm, and then you're going to go overhead to the other side and dump it on the other side. The worm has to reach the ground. It has to touch the ground. You're going to pick it back up onto your shoulder, overhead, and to the ground. All right, you're going to do that 6 times. Once you've done that 6 times, you can leave your worm on the floor. You're going to advance to the firing line. So before you do that, obviously, before you do the thing with the worm, you're going to ground your rifles. You can ground your rifles at the firing line, pointing downrange. All right, so advance to the firing line. You're going to take turns shooting. So one shooter is going to go at a time. You're going to load, make ready your pistol with your magazine containing 9 rounds. So 9 rounds in the pistol. You're going to shoot the trifecta target, 1, 2, 3, in a left, center, right fashion. 1, 2, 3. You're going to holster your pistol. You're going to grab your rifle, load, make ready. You're going to insert the magazine with 3 rounds. Load, make ready. Shoot 1 round at the silhouette. Safety on, sling, and step back. And then your partner is going to do that same exact firing sequence. Okay. Once you engage that safety and you step off the firing line, there is absolutely no handling firearms whatsoever. You're going to stay completely hands off. You have a hot pistol on your hip and you have a hot rifle slung, and you're going to be completely hands off until it's your turn to shoot again. You're going to do that 3 times. So 1, 2, 3, pistol at the trifecta, 1 round at the silhouette. You're going to do that 3 times until you achieve slide lock and bow lock to expire all the rounds in each of those magazines, right? For those that aren't familiar with our trifectas, we love our trifectas. Our trifectas are these 3 steel targets. Looks something like this. Okay. Looks something like that. And you're gonna shoot 1, 2, and 3. So when you hit it, it falls back and then it springs back up. So you're gonna shoot left, center, right, holster, then engage with the rifle. All right, left, center, right. So we're counting hits and misses. So if you get a hit out of sequence, it's a miss. Okay, you have to shoot. You have to hit it. You have to hit the one that you're aiming for. All right. So both shooters are going through that iteration. Once you're both at slide lock, bolt lock, clear pistol, clear rifle, you're going to go back to your worm. You're going to grab your worm and you're going to proceed the route. You're going to go into the next range. So this would be this would be range 4. You go into range 4 and you're going to go around the 4 barrels. There's going to be a barrel in each corner. You're going to go around each barrel and come back out. There'll be a pickup truck waiting. Once you come out from there, you dump the worm on the bed of the pickup and then advance to the next range. So upon arrival at the next range, you are going to go to your respective lanes and you're going to grab your corresponding dumbbell. There's going to be one dumbbell for each athlete. You're going to do synchronized, I believe it was six repetitions of a single arm synchro double press. So by synchro, we mean when you're on the ground, your chest and thighs touch the ground simultaneously. You're both on the ground at the same time. You're going to come up to your feet and the dumbbell is going to go overhead, and both athletes need to hold the dumbbell overhead at the same time. You're going to do 6. Doesn't matter if you do 3 on one arm, 3 on the other. You could split them up however you want. Once you complete your 6 synchronized uh, double presses, you're going to advance to the firing line. And very similar to what we did here, we're going to do it in reverse. So this time we're loading our magazine with 9 rounds rifle and loading our pistol magazine with 3 rounds pistol. So on this one, you're going to load, make ready the rifle. You're going to engage silhouette with 3 rounds, 1, 2, 3 rifle, safety on, sling. You're going to draw your pistol, load, make ready, 1 shot at the square popper. You're going to holster a hot pistol. You're going to step off the line and your partner is going to shoot the same exact shooting iteration. We're going to do that for 3 rounds until you're both at slide lock and bolt lock. Okay, you show clear pistol, clear rifle. You're going to follow the route to the next bay. So on this one, in order to make it fair for everyone, everyone's going to go down the middle of the bay, right? You can't just go across the bay to your lanes, right? That's not what we're doing. We're going to go down the middle, and from here, you're going to go to your respective lanes. All right, so it's fair for everyone. So you'll get to your lane. You're going to be shooting a paper target that looks like this. You're going to get to the firing line. On the firing line, right here, we're shooting. This is going to be pistol only. So this is our paper target. You have one side for teammate 1, the other side for teammate 2. You're going to start at the top shapes and you're going to work your way down. You're going to load a magazine 10 rounds into the parallelogram. The top shapes are going to be standing unsupported, both hands. The center shapes are strong hand only, and the bottom shapes are offhand only. So you're going to take turns. So teammate 1's going to go 10 rounds in here, show clear, holster. Next one, next teammate, 10 rounds, show clear, holster. You're going to work your way down. Once you shot all 3 of your magazines, one of the teammates, right, and this was already predetermined, whoever you chose to play the victim is they're going to lay back here behind the firing line, way behind the firing line, and the rescuing teammate's going to apply a tourniquet on their leg. All right, you're going to put on a tourniquet, tighten it, make it as real as possible. We don't want to shut off circulation, but make it as real as possible. And then the rescuing teammate is going to carry or drag the victim past the finish line back here. So the victim isn't allowed to stand up. They can't assist in any way. They just have to lay there, pretty much limp, and the other person has to either drag them out or firemen carry them, or however you want to do it. You cross the finish line. Once you cross the finish line with your teammate and all your gear, both rifles, all your magazines, that's when your time stops. And that's it. We're shooting paper on this one and steel on these two. There's a 10-second penalty for each miss. And I guess that's pretty much it. Did I miss anything? No? Okay. Yeah, this is around the world. Have fun.